I am here with Ellie Surles, here to talk about The Secret Garden, the musical with StageStruck that's going to be at the Paramount Theater. It's good to see you, Ellie.
Good to see you, too.
All right, so what character are you playing in the show?
I'm playing Lily.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about Lily.
So Lily is this ghost, essentially, that is kind of lingering, her spirit's kind of lingering in the house. But I think she is just this, like, aside from the literal sense of who Lily is, she is completely driven by love and the people she cares about. And she really is a personification, or I guess she's a ghost, so not really a person, but she is the personification of what someone is willing to do for the people that they love.
Aww.
So I resonate with that too. So
I love that so much. So what's it like, playing a ghost on stage? Because, usually we play like these human-like characters, and so going to, I'm a ghost.
Yeah, no,
so
it's definitely different than what I've done before. It's definitely out of my comfort zone. But it's very exciting because it's fun to be this kind of like lingering presence. It's fun to do something a little bit differently. But it's one of those things where you don't really know what you're going to do when you get in this situation, like, how am I going to play a ghost on stage? And then it just kind of like, when you're around people who are really good and understand their characters, it just kind of comes naturally. So I didn't really even have to think about it that hard. It just kind of, it flowed because everybody else was very much in tune with who their character was. So I just kind of followed that mentality too.
Awesome. And as someone who has kind of sat in the audience and watched some of the StageStruck productions over the years, how do you find this role is different from some of the other big powerhouse roles that we know that you've had before?
I mean, it's literally very, very different just from the show, and the vocal part of it is very different from what I've done before. But it's also the type of character Lily is. She's a powerhouse, but she's very delicate in how she displays. I mean, she's running the show. She's a strong woman. She's running the show, but she's very delicate and very reserved in how she does it, which is something very different than what I've done. I mean, if I'm in a show where I'm playing a certain character, and usually it's pretty blatant that, like, I'm belting on stage or whatever. Like, it's pretty blatant she's there. But this character is really different and really fun because you're able to kind of sit back and watch it all unfold, but know, like, I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's pretty cool.
Seeing a theme here, Ghost Lady runs the show.
Right.
Of course. So talking about the show, like you were talking a little bit about earlier, so what would you like audiences to take away from Secret Garden, the musical?
This is so hard because there's so many things you can take away from it, and I think it really depends on the person because there are so many characters in the show that no matter who comes, they're going to relate to someone. And so I think really what you get out of it is so individual, and it can be so nuanced. But for me personally, if I walked into the show and I'd see it and I saw it, I think I would get away, what is the power of love? Love is such a dynamic, honestly, philosophy, if we're being honest. It's so dynamic. And this show really does an amazing job of displaying all sorts of love and all sorts of situations where love is displayed. So I think what I would get out of it if I was watching it is this visual representation of what love can do and how can I apply that to my life,
And love is such a universal theme that we could all connect to. I mean, wise person once told me it's all about the love, dude.
Right.
So I love that. And so why do you think audiences should come? I mean, you talk about the connection with the themes. Is there any other,
Right. No, I mean, it is visually just stunning. The work that our set designers have put in, the costumes, everything is just this whole picture, and it's really an immersive experience to be able to watch it. And it's one of those shows that you really feel like you're a part of it. So it is going to be just such an experience for everyone involved, and I think it's only clear that you should go because it's like, I mean, it really is. It's just a gorgeous show, and if you go, you're going to be a part of it,
Exactly.
So
I love the term immersive that you gave there. And again, you guys have an amazing construction and set crew. I mean, every show as a audience member, I'm like, how do they do that? So
I know, me too.
Agree.
I still don't know how they do it.
I love that. So again, guys, come see her as Lily, Miss Ellie Surles, in Secret Garden the Musical here at the Paramount Theater, July 28th, July 29th, and July 30th. July 28th and 29th is at 7 o'clock. July 30th is at 3. Like she said, you don't want to miss this immersive experience where it talks about the power of love and many other powerful themes that we all can relate to with The Secret Garden the Musical. Thank you again, Ellie, for meeting with me today.
Thank you so much.